up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Benson Riley. I'm super excited to bring you to this brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be unveiling a new proprietary firm that is really breaking the limits for one-time funding, two-step evaluation, and every means. They're just everywhere, and they've got huge capitals that you don't have to keep taking multiple 200K or 100Ks. They have got 1 million AUM all at once. So this is the capital. I just want to give you a straight breakdown, and I've got the CEO right here with me. So before I start interviewing and asking him questions, I just want to show you guys what I'm talking about, right? So this is Corp Equity Capital.com, right? And they've had everything all figured out. Now, I love how the user interface website looks like. I've done a proper check about these guys, and I think I'm definitely going to be giving them a good shot in no time. So they've got one-step evaluation. Let's see how this works. So clicking on the one-step evaluation, they have a coupon code that pops up. I'm sure this was for Valentine, and this is pretty much no longer available for now, but we're definitely going to dive into that. We have the CEO explain all of that to us and the offers he has got for us right here. So here are the parameters you could have. So this is a one-step evaluation. That simply means you only pass just one evaluation and you can be on the live account. So on the target is you have to make 7%. The max loss is 12%. And the max daily loss is 3%. And leverage is 1 to 100. This is pretty decent. And the fee will be refunded immediately you finish your evaluation. And the max trading period is 90 days, which is very decent. And minimum trading days is 0. Wow, amazing. And payout cycle, you get paid out on your live account bi-weekly. So the rules remains the same thing on your live account. And they allow hedging, stacking of trades, and martingale. Super amazing. So that's for the one-step evaluation. I'm sure you will probably be wondering, okay, what's the pricing for this thing? So here are the pricing for the evaluation fee. If I'm sure you guys can capture that for 100K, they got it for 449, and for the 500,000, they got it for 19.99, and for the 1 million, they got it for 38.99. That's amazing. That's amazing. So you can just check out for 10K. They also have $9 and so on and so forth. So you just look at the one you want and you select. So the next one I would like to check up is the two-step evaluation, which is normal mode that we're all used to. I'm sure on this one, there'll be a huge difference. Okay, so the phase one, you got 7% target and a max loss of 12%, and the daily loss is 5%. This is the normal model we're all used to. So you have 5% for account up to 250K. So if you are having an account of more than 250K, of course, I mean, this would be like a huge thing on their end if they don't put regulation on the max daily loss on this. So if you are operating an account of 500K up onto 1 million or above, all right, from 500K plus, you have to respect the 3% the daily loss limit. I'm sure that makes sense. And they have a leverage of 1 to 100, all right? And the profit is not actually, the profit split nothing here, all right? And that's for the phase one. Of course, there's no profit split. Then the max trading period is 60 days. Wow, this is 60 days, way more than what we normally used to have on most proprietary firm. And in minimum trading days, it's 0. And payout cycle is nothing on this phase one. And the allowed style, they allow hedging, stacking, and martingale. So fast forward to phase two, everything remains the same thing, but the profit target this time around is 5%. 5%. And on the phase two, you get fee refund. So as opposed to other proprietary firms where you get fee refund on top of your first profit split, CEC, you're going to be getting your fee refund on phase two. That's amazing. And CEC trader stage, after you must have gotten your 5%, respecting 12% total drawdown and 5% on daily drawdown, or 3% if you are on account of 500K to 1 million, drawdown, and you pass all of these things, you get your fee refund and become CEC trader. On this one, you get paid out on bi-weekly basis, all right? And you get 90% of profit split, while they get to keep the 10%. I mean, this is a deal breaker in all areas. It's amazing. And the pricing here is a little bit almost the same thing. Okay, I'm going to be asking questions regarding this place. Why is the pricing for the evaluation the same as evaluation, two-step evaluation the same as one-step evaluation? The pretty much difference between these two-step and one-step is the drawdown, max daily drawdown. I mean, that's a huge difference. If you ask me, it's a significant difference, because without max daily drawdown, if you check most people who are actually violating their account, they always have problem with max daily drawdown. So if you would want to pay the same fee for two-step evaluation just so you can get a higher max daily drawdown. I mean, it's worth it. It's just me talking from my own point of view. So, and they also got one more, direct funding. So on this direct funding, let's check what it got. They have no target on this one. So max loss, 7% or 12%, and daily loss, no loss, 1 to 200, 70% profit split. Trading days, 24/7 trading allowed. Stop loss, parameter stop loss, that is, there must be stop loss on all trades. I'm sure that's what I mean. They allow all instrument hedging, stacking, martingale, expert advisor is allowed, news trading is as well allowed. So this one, the amount is a lot higher. So they have the one that allows you, okay, and now I understand what I mean. The 7% drawdown, this is the fee for the 7%. If you want one of 7% drawdown, they've got for $5,000 or $299, and for 250,000 for $12,499. I mean, that's for 7% drawdown. So for 12% drawdown, I believe they have that ×2 of the price, which is pretty decent. Now, I'm pleased to announce to you the CEO of this company. Please kindly introduce yourself and let us know your background and how you started this prop firm company and what you want to achieve and solve in the community.
Right. So thanks for the intro, Jeremy. What I was saying is like, this is Mouryo from CEC, and I'm the founder and the current director for the firm. So what we do is basically we're having quite a challenging models, right, in the industry. There's been a lot of competition, with these other firms like FTMO and MF, if you want to call them. But the thing happens basically is they pressurize trading towards a so far extent that traders mostly fail by violation of their daily max loss, as you're saying previously, and that's because they are not giving quite some time of trading. Trading, absolutely, and all of your audience knows that it's all about patience. So you have your time to pass a challenge, to achieve a target over trading. But other platforms don't provide the time, and they just to boost up the targets and try to get the max out of the trade. So most people will fail for eventually. But what our target is, we're not looking for aggressive traders. We are looking for sort of traders with the one-step evaluation, people who are having proper risk management, having consistency, but they need more time. Right. So they are coming up with a one-step evaluation where we provide the opportunity to get just funded with one step, no multiple phases. You hit the target once, you have quite some max drawdown, as well as you have an average daily drawdown for yourself. And yeah, the fees is quite low in this industry. After you apply Jeffrey's discount code, you get quite a low price. So the main thing is coming up is we provide bi-weekly withdrawals, and we're going to soon bring up with the weekly withdrawals, with upgrades and time. So traders can have a cash flow in their life because, not just being a trader, you're not just, it's not like just getting a salary every month. You need some cash flow in your week, right? So that's one thing, the traders will get benefited from these programs. But talking about the two-step evaluation, it's for the traders who want a bit more freedom than just a small risk parameter. So, who like to play with a moderate risk, it's for them. So what we do is you phase, just clear complete two phase like FTMO, but here's the match. They provide you way too high target limits for both of the phases compared to the drawdowns. Now we got the industry's lowest target at 7% and 5% for
amazing. That's pretty much amazing. It's the lowest so far in the industry, and I love the fact that it is the lowest, and you guys are really setting new standards and all of that. Actually, at some point, because everyone keep offering the same profit target somewhere around that range, so I was thinking if there's a reason behind that and all of that, but you guys just proved that you can do that, which I really love. I love competition. All right. Okay. So now I just want to know, what's your background like? Are you a Forex trader? Like, what made you see this need in this space? What need is your company trying to solve in this prop firm industry?
Right. So professionally, I'm quite low aged, right? People, in previous interviews, as I was saying, I'm not just a trader. I started trading a couple of years back when I was below 18 with my parents' account. And it's all about, I'll tell people something who think age is a barrier. And if you're from some country, you cannot do something. That's not a thing, is right, Mike? If you're having the dedication towards your goals, your dreams, you'll definitely do at whatever age you are, even if you're like 10 years old, 15 years old, or maybe 25 and even 65. People
So
achieve their
how old are
goals.
you? How old are you? You look pretty young.
Yeah, I'm just 19 years old, Mike.
19.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. So go on.
So as I was saying, I just started back in a couple of years ago, like 2016, 2017, started trading Forex, right? Initially, I started with few brokers that were not so good because I did not have a lot of knowledge. Everyone doesn't come with knowledge, right? But in the markets. Now, I used to fail a lot of times, but eventually learned from my mistakes. And I stopped going aggressive rather than trying to fix consistency. And my main thing was discipline. Because if I have proper risk management, I can become a consistent trader with discipline, right? So that's I slowly focused on it, and I learned few stuff that traders who are trying to flip $100 account to $1 million in a month, that is actually quite basically gambling, right? Now, what's that is basically you just don't even know, like you're basically playing on a gambling lottery. That's better. You just buy lottery tickets, right? Why are you just gambling on money with trading, right? Because markets will eat up. Rather than that, the lack of traders, the main thing where they had a very low capital. If you want to become a full-time trader, you got to have a lot of capital, right? Because you don't want to be pushing 50% or 100% every week, right? You stay with a low target, you have a proper discipline, you make quite some money. That's when prop firms come in, right? But a lot of other prop firms have limited with a very low capital, like 600K, 400K, 800K, 500K, right? Max to $1 million. But here we come. We offer up to $15 million right now in total. Now, how's that breakdowns is basically a trader individual can have 4 accounts from the evaluation. So 4 into 1 million, that's initially 4 million and he scaled up to 2.5 million each account. So total evaluation funding becomes 10 million. And the trader can also hold one direct funding account, which can be scaled up to 5 million, doesn't matter what the account size is. All these accounts can be scaled up to 2.5 million for the evaluation and 5 million for the direct funding. Now, these are a few pros. So as I was saying, another thing, the time limit, as the other firms don't provide a lot of time to you. They just push you to get your goals as soon as possible, which is basically breaking off your discipline. There's no discipline, there's failure, right?
Nice.
So here we come. We provide you quite a lot of time. For the 1-step evaluation, you get 90 days, right? And the 2-step, you get 60 days for each phase, which basically it gives you a lot of time. Even if you are in drawdown, you can recover back and get your targets, even though you had a bad start, right? Because it doesn't mean that if you have a bad start and a bad middle time going on, you'll just fail, right? That's not the thing is, because traders have continuous bad racing, losing streaks coming quite sometimes, but that doesn't affect their overall growth, right? With time.
All right, so I would like to know, Mouryo, sorry, I'd just like to know, like, so far that you guys have started, for how long have you guys started this proprietary firm?
Right, so we just started last year back in July. It's been like almost 9 months, coming up pretty soon.
Amazing. So what's your largest payout so far?
So we got some largest payouts. Now it's around $174,000, but it's actually one of our in-house traders. It's not our prop traders. So as a prop trading business, we have the highest payout at $104,000. Now I'll tell you something. We got a great offer for our traders, right? So what we do is, if you have the max funding, right, with yourself, or you're just working as an extreme professional, like with some bank or maybe LP as a trader, and you have quite some, great career going on with capital management, then what we offer is we offer our in-house trading up to you. You just join to us, no fees or nothing about that. You provide us your track record, your resume. It's kind of a job, you can say, but as a capital manager, you'll get way more capital than what you can expect as from these evaluations and stuff, right?
Okay.
So that's actually the thing.
1 million, up onto 1 million AUM is that what you're talking about?
So it's actually, there's no technical limits because with time we'll add up more capital as you perform. But I can give you a rough estimation. Within 3 years, you can have between $100 million.
Wow.
Depends how your skills are.
The only thing that could come into someone's head listening to this interview is, okay, like where is CEC getting this a lot of money to fund traders? Like, do you guys have back-end investors, or what's the story behind this?
So I'll tell you, we do have a couple of investors, right? They're not public investors. They don't work as the directors. They had some into partnerships, which we won't disclose, right? We don't need to disclose. I was talking about that. We do have investors out there, and main money started from because I have my own money invested, all of them into this. I'll tell you something. I did not make my money from Forex, right? Because, you know, I cannot make millions from there within just one day.
Yeah.
I run a lot of other businesses, some of their coal mines, right? Mining industries, as well as I have crypto mining facilities too. It's not very huge, but it's, yeah, good to go, which funds me from there. And I have a few other more businesses running around, which gives me the cash flow to bring in a couple of $1 million every month towards this business. And other than that, yeah, I started with some investments from cryptos also, not like Bitcoin, but, you know, the meme coins, which also blew up and gave me some quite of money. That's like some of the investments I get funding from there.
Right, that's amazing. That's okay. Now, do you have other people who are on board working with you, the tech team? Like, I really love to see how your statistics, yeah, I mean, your back end, what the traders have to keep track of their trading, your account metrics and all of that. Do you have that already fixed out? Do you have?
Right. So about the account metrics, we did have them on our website, and we still have the dashboard over there. But we are upgrading that with a few more metrics systems that will help you. Like for the one-step evaluation, we're adding up bands with our servers. So the dashboard also shows you not just that if you violate a stop loss, but pretty soon we're upgrading that to where you cannot place the order without stop loss. So you actually won't violate the stop loss rule ever. You don't miss out any orders without placing the stop loss, because if you don't have a stop loss, the order won't even go through a pending or window. Right? So we are making those kind of, you know, upgrades to prevent the traders from missing out, because yeah, sometimes this happens that traders do forget in a rush, even though trading is all about discipline. But sometimes, you know, when the market's pretty volatile and you've got to act very quick, a chance of missing. So sometimes may they miss just from one pip, which may, you know, hamper like the whole trading journal. That's not what we're looking for, right? We're looking for great traders who have a good background, and not just background. We accept traders from all backgrounds because everyone is equal, right? Everyone has the opportunity, and everyone should get the opportunity to be funded and yeah, have the dreams go right.
Okay, that's amazing. Now, I've got one more question I'm sure that will definitely be in mind of people right now. So talking about having all of these huge capital to trade, what's the maximum amount one can have? Can I have $1 million account with you on the 2-fund evaluation and still get another one? What's the maximum one can get it per person?
So per person with the evaluation phase, you can say, doesn't matter if you go from one-step evaluation or two-step.
Okay.
With the evaluation phase, you can have up to $10 million of live capital, and it's not 10 million immediately. You get up to 4 million immediately by taking 4 evaluation accounts of live funding, right? There's no limit on number of evaluation accounts you buy, but you can have up to only 4 right now of live. Okay. Through evaluations, and you got to scale them up to 10 million, right? We'll increase these limits with time as we have more capital coming in. So, you know, we'll never run out of capital actually, because we have a lot of cash flows coming in, right? Through my business, as well as my investors, as well as the profits we make from the accounts. Because we do have, as I was saying, we have a lot of in-house traders who are making quite some money on the large capital books we have. So we'll increase the limits, but this is what you get: 10 million from the evaluation accounts and 5 million right now from the direct funding accounts. So a trader can have up to 15 million right away.
Okay, are you not concerned that, okay, are you not concerned that people might get to the live funded account here and just, is it off? Okay, now let me get something really straight. After passing the evaluation process, are they going to be getting a real life account, or is still a demo that is copied to a back end real account? Or how do you do that? How does that work?
So, right. So we don't use any demos or backend copying system. It's basically we use an STP. It's no disk dealing broker. So it's not a B-book, it's a complete A-book broker where you need to have margin requirements.
Yeah.
And we have all the margin requirements fulfilled. So every live account you get is actually completely live with real capital, where we funded it with that. Now, talking of that, definitely, a lot of people will start blowing it off, but on the top of the end,
I was about to ask that. I was about to ask you that. Like, aren't you concerned that people blew it off? Blowing 3% of 500,000, that's a low. 3% of $1 million, that's a low. 5% of 250K is still a low. So, are you guys not concerned that people may just blow this money up and leave you with this deficit and all of that? Like, how do you solve that?
So, as I was saying, definitely we get this question a lot of times, right? How we counter this issue is basically, if very few people actually blow up accounts when they are the large capital, because when someone passes a large capital, he knows this is real money. I need to trade it with it properly. They work with proper risk management. They are disciplined, right? Because when you have $1 million in your account, you want to be just not blowing it up because you've got a great opportunity ahead in your life, right?
Correct.
A lot of people do this. Small accounts, they get blown easily, but that does not affect actually to us, but we are already profitable because, as I was saying, we have quite sometimes, a lot of in-house traders who are working with a large capital. So actually the profit they make every month is almost 10 times of what we just lose here. So it basically does not affect us because we're not just a prop firm, we're kind of a LP also, but we run our own backend systems for trading.
That's amazing. Fantastic. So what brokerage do you currently work with? Do you have a personal brokerage or you work with other you are partnering with other brokers for now?
Right. So we are partnered for the live accounts. So it's 6i, right? They're an STP broker right there. And we're having some plans to bring up our own brokerage to secure it and make the executions and the spreads and more better, because we would like to offer the best to our traders, right? They should not have any slippages. They should have the best market conditions, lowest spreads ever, lowest commissions, maybe no commissions. Let's say of that.
Okay, that's amazing. And you've got on the website again. Let me just go over the website and check out the payment process. So one can actually make payment through crypto. If you want to make payment any of these one, okay, they pay with PayPal, pay with crypto, and pay with card. And I'm sure. Okay, I'm also going to be checking this out and seeing how they pay out and all of these things. And hopefully I pass. I'm going to be taking out this challenge and check how seamless this might be. Yeah, I hope I should pass. Okay, so thank you for coming.
You should absolutely. You're a great trader, Mike.
Yeah. So now, can you tell us one more thing? What we should be expecting more in the future? What we should be expecting? What we might not see anywhere that it's just peculiar to CEC? What we should be expecting?
Right. So I got some great news for the traders. The first thing that is the traders who love risk will bring the love to you. This Valentine, even though the Valentine has passed out, the day's gone, but still will bring that to you. And that is, you can expect a 3-step evaluation coming up pretty soon with no daily drawdown limits. So like just have one parameter out there that's max drawdown. You take the capital, it's a 3-phase, just max drawdown. You don't have any restrictions. You do whatever you want.
Wow.
That's for the traders who love risk, because not everyone is too risk different, right?
That's amazing. Is there any means for those who do not even have money at all to pay for even the 10K, the least of the challenge? Is there a means for them to get into, maybe get some freebies and get a challenge or something like that? Maybe a competition that they could participate in. All right.
Absolutely. So we are having some, work going on our website and backend to have competitions page uploaded, so people can join our competitions page, as well as we do quite giveaways on our Telegram group. So make sure to just join our Telegram group for chat support for any queries you got and the giveaways. We do random giveaways over there. Also, if you have quite some good track record, you have been trading some while, you have a proper risk management track record, just mail us to support@Corp Equity Capital, and we'll get back to you with evaluations or maybe just live funding. Who knows? If you have a great track record, we'll fund you for sure.
All right, amazing. So they can find all of this Telegram channel and the email to mail right in your website, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. It's given, all of the stuff is on the website. You can just go to the footer, you can find the number, the address, everything, all the information required.
All right, thank you guys. That's it on today's video. I just want you guys to know that this is a new prop firm actually coming out. You guys should check them out. If you are very cool with them, just as much as I'm cool with them, you want to check them out. I'm also checking them out, hopefully to document this process too on YouTube, just as I'm also documenting lots of other proprietary firms here on YouTube. So guys, until next time, make sure you always keep the fire peeping and remember to end this month on a green note. Bye for now.